I don't think that my group really achieved normal dialogue or any dialogue at all while we were talking about socioeconomic class. Um, I'm not sure why it didn't happen. We did some ice-breaking activities at the beginning to try to loosen people up, but no one really seemed very interested in talking a lot that day. It was cold outside, so maybe that had something to do with it. The dynamics of the group were, it was pretty homogenous. It was mostly uh, middle class white people from 18 to 20. They were almost all 18. I think it was almost all freshmen other than myself. And I was one of the more active people. I don't know if it's just because it's a topic that interests me or if it's because I'm older, but the conversation wasn't flowing very well, so I tried to talk as much as I could without totally controlling the situation. I think one problem was that the mediators were students, and I think it would have been better to have someone who had a good grasp of the topic that we were talking about, and someone who was more in charge, who could sort of funnel everyone into this topic and get everyone talking, which is something that didn't really happen. There were a couple of other people who tried to talk some, but it just didn't go very well. Let's see. We did some exercises where they threw out some words about, things about you that would be considered privileges, like, if both your parents went to college, or if you had an inheritance, or if you got a stipend every month, or anything like that. And so for each thing that you had, you would take a step forward. And I ended up being at the back of the group. Of course, that wasn't really terribly surprising to me, but I think to some people it was surprising where they ended up because they didn't realize how incredibly privileged they were, which is bizarre to me. It seems like you would be aware of something like that, but I guess when you're 18 and you just started college and you're fresh out of your parents' house, maybe that's not so obvious to you. I don't understand why transfer students need to do this. I don't feel like I had anything in common with any of the people who were there. I'm almost, let's see, I'm 28 now, so they're way younger than me, so it's not like I was with a group of my peers who had some of the same experiences as me that I could relate to and open up to. But, I don't mind dealing with different people, it's just that there's no one to deal with. They didn't talk, so not much happened. I think that it is important to do something like this. I think that it's a good idea to get people together and talking about something outside of their normal comfort zone. I just think that there needs to be a better venue, or a better place, atmosphere, a better person directing it. I think it really lacked guidance. I think that was one important thing that wasn't there. It was cool to meet some other students, but I've never talked to any of those people. Outside of there, I've never seen them again, so, there wasn't a lot of opportunity for us to talk amongst ourselves, so you can't really, make a friend when everybody's not talking and when you're trying to do these activities. So that didn't really go the way that it was planned. But I can see the reason for it. It's just, I think that Clemson should probably consider not including transfer students because they have such a different background, and it just seemed like a complete waste of time to me. Maybe if you're a freshman student, it might make sense, in sort of the current format that it's in now. But I think for anybody who has been to college, has for a while, has already lived on their own, or has kids or anything like that, maybe they could get some sort of exemptions for those sort of things. Anyway, I thought it was a complete waste of time for me. Um, Maybe some other people got something from it, but I guess that's all I have to say about that. And I appreciate your time. Thanks.